Maybe this is the answer to this next question. If someone has never seen your work before, what is the first thing you'd like them watching and why?
Oh my God. Well, Paramount Studios, Transformers, Rise of the Beasts. No, I don't know. They're all such a blur. I think I got lucky with my first film that I ever did, Living in Oblivion. It was a comedy about movie making. We made it in the mid-90s, and it was Steve Buscemi and Catherine Keener and James LeGros and Dermot Mulroney, and there I was with this gang of like great actors. My first film in New York City, and I just thought, I just got really lucky, and I was pinching myself every day being there. I shot for like 5 days probably, but it was a great film.
Jumping into why I get to talk to you, when you were offered this, pitched, however you got involved, was it like an immediate yes? Was it one of these things? Because this is something like your whole family can watch, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I just like to mix it up and not repeat myself. And I've never played a robot from a different galaxy who has a bit of an evil streak running through him. I've done some other voice work for other things, and I find it to be really fun. Very unique from being on sets, isolating at times, but Steven, our director, was there on Zoom with me every session. He guided me through, and he was so accessible. And I find not relying on other things as an actor and just solely your voice, it really can be very liberating, and it calls into focus how important it is even when you're on camera. Like what great actors like Daniel Day-Lewis will do with their voices every time, how it's just like a costume or an accent or something. It's just how you transform the voice, is just as important as anything else. And my favorite actors have always done that.
Did you enjoy recording the efforts, or do you find that to be tedious?
It's very weird if taken out of context. If you're in the room going, oh, whoa, if somebody's in the next apartment, they will have questions. But no, it's all fun. And it's, you get to wear your own clothes and your comfortable shoes and not have hair and makeup. You're in an air-conditioned sound booth. It's great. And the people over at Soundtracks is a place in the Flatiron that I work at a lot. I'm very familiar with all of them, and they're super sweet over there.
One of the things that's cool about Transformers is that there's a lot of toys made, a lot of merch.
Oh yeah.
Are you
just got some in the mail the other day.
I was going to ask you, what are you looking forward to actually owning? And do you have a sense of ownership?
I don't know. My son owns it all now. I was saying earlier, I didn't want to wait for his birthday because that would be regifting from Paramount. I would feel cheap about wrapping up a present from Paramount. So I just gave it to him right away, and he came home from school, and it was like, oh, what Transformers box is this? It was pretty fun.
That's great.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff I can't give my kids because it's like, I don't know, dangerous. It's spiky things from weird movies that I've done that just aren't kid friendly. You can hurt yourself with them. But the toys, well, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to Brothers because I'm a fan of Max and what he did with Palm Springs. I don't know anything about this movie. Yeah, so I'm curious, is it a Palm Springs situation where there's like some big twists that I won't see coming? Or is it one of these, you're just trying to keep everything under wraps?
I like keeping everything under wraps because it's just fun nobody knew what a C-3PO was when I was a kid until you saw him in the theaters. And it's like, whoa, now, everybody knows so much about a movie before we see it. So not that this movie is Star Wars. Me and Josh Brolin play brothers. And the origin of how we made this movie is we pitched it to studios because a friend of his said, you and Dinklage both have really big heads. You guys should play brothers. And I was like, and he called me up and he was like, my friend said this, you want to play? I was like, yeah, movies have been made for less ideas than that. This is perfect. And I was a huge fan of Josh's work. So we play brothers.
Okay. I won't approach it any more than that, but that's awesome.
It's a comedy.
There we go. Yeah. My last thing for you.
It's very funny.
Sir, the second you want to show it to me, I will be in the screening room watching.
And there's a talking robot in the end too. Who
is it named C-3PO?
Yeah, no, it's the Scourge. Don't tell Paramount.
Right. Last thing for you. I'm a big fan of Francis Lawrence. I know you're in the new Hunger Games movie.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Francis as well, having just worked with him.
Yeah, and I'm just curious, can you talk a little bit about your character? Do you get to wear cool costumes? What it was like working with Francis?
Yeah, it was great. We were in Berlin last fall. Berlin is such a beautiful city. Francis is so great. He's so kind and patient and great with actors, and knows exactly how he sees the film, which you always want in a director. He sort of sees it so clearly, and he relays that to you as an actor so well. I think the preview is online, so it's sort of, you can kind of see that maybe I'm not the happiest camper in the film. And Viola announces me as the creator of the Hunger Games, which is what I am, which is sort of like, careful what you create, because of the later films, that gets out of hand when you try to create something that's helpful. Watch out, because it can topsy-turvy.
On that note, I need to stop. I'm just going to say, sir, it is great to talk with you.
Nice to talk to you.
I wish you nothing but the best.